ASMR moment. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Liftaholics TV. Today we're going to be going through a complete and full shoulder workout, and I'm excited about this workout because I am going to one of the other powerhouse locations, and I just love the shoulder machine that they got there. They don't have that any other of the locations that I work out at, so that always makes my workout a little bit better when I get to use this machine, just because I like it so much. But what I've been doing a lot more recently is trying to switch up my workouts a little bit. So I'm trying to change the order up a little bit, put the military press somewhere different in the workout than what I normally do, just so I feel the exercise a little bit differently. I got to really make sure I'm switching up the exercise order, especially when I'm doing shoulders, since there are only a few key movements that are going to help you get those rounder, more fuller 3D looking shoulders. So today I am going to try and mix up the order a little bit, just so I can shock the muscles a little bit more than I normally do. So I'm having my pre-workout, just black coffee, and I'm having some yogurt and bananas and granola and almond butter for pre-workout. And then when I come back, I'm gonna have some dinner that I'll let you guys check out, so you can see how I get my protein intake up in the evening times and nights before I go to bed for my post-workout meal. So if you're looking to build your shoulders, if you're looking to get those shoulders popping out, you don't want to miss this workout. Stay tuned. All right, let me get this good weigh in first, see where we at. Like the 219 mark. Not bad, not bad. Key things to remember when you're trying to grow rounder shoulders, more developed shoulders, more 3D shoulders, is that you're hitting the front part of your delt, you're hitting the mid part of your delt, and then you're hitting your rear delt. So to do that, we're gonna add a couple different combinations of different exercises. And then we're also gonna add a couple pressing motions, which I personally like to use because you're using multiple heads of your shoulders to press the weight. So this machine is a machine I was talking about that is so great. Definitely top 3 favorite machines to use during shoulder day. So I'm gonna use this one to start off with, get loose. Gonna do a couple sets here, and then we're either gonna go to the cable machine or we're gonna go to the military press. We're just gonna go in a little bit different order than what I normally go in. What is up, guys? It's Marlon here, just reminding you guys that if you're liking the video, if you're feeling the channel, go ahead and make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button. This will only further help me understand what kind of content you guys are feeling, what you guys are vibing with, and which ones you are not. But make sure you don't get out of here without hitting that subscribe button. That is only gonna help and push this channel a little bit further. Back to the video. Try to go up a couple pounds every single set. The biggest thing I'm doing here is I'm making sure I'm getting a nice 3-second count when I'm lowering back down to the starting position. So I'm not just pumping them back and forth. I'm trying to make sure everything is loose, trying to make sure I'm effectively hitting the midsection of my delt, which is primarily what the side raise is gonna hit. So to do that, I gotta make sure I'm not rushing through the set. If I'm rushing, I'm not gonna get everything out of it that I need to. So like I said, to effectively have a good shoulder workout, you got to hit all three heads properly, effectively, and make sure you're exhausting all three heads of your shoulders. So the first exercise that we did with the machine, that was going to focus more on the midsection of our delt. Now we're going to do something with the rope. We're going to focus on the front head of our delt, and then we're going to go to some pressing motions, and then we're going to end with the rear delt. So it's really important when we're using these cable machines that we're really getting a lot of tension out of the movement. And again, we're not rushing through the movement. Everything we're doing is nice, slow, and controlled. That way we get the most out of each and every rep. So the barbell military press is something I've been trying to add into my workout just a little bit more when I'm hitting shoulders. I'm still gonna do the dumbbells because it's a good way to isolate each shoulder muscle. But here I feel like you're getting a nice amount of just straight up strength when you're pressing the bar. So I'm gonna go do a couple sets here, build up, and then probably build myself right back down, get some more volume at the back end of the set after I go up and see how high I can actually go. So again, the biggest thing here is I'm not trying to rush through each set. I'm trying to make sure I get the most out of each and every rep, each and every set, so I'm not leaving anything on the table. Just gonna hit a couple and I'm gonna keep on laddering it up. So we did a quarter, we're gonna go a plate. Might go a little bit heavier than a plate, see what I get. Whatever I could just 1 or 2 rep. And then on my way down, I'm gonna get a lot more volume on the back end of the sets. It's kind of like how I do with the bench press as well. I kind of 1 rep it all the way up until my 1 rep. And then I get all the volume sets on the way down. It does give a little bit longer of a session, but it's definitely been effective for me, improving my numbers, improving my strength. So just adding this into my shoulder day routine, I'm gonna take the same approach with this and see if I can get my rep weight up a little bit more than what it's already at. Normally this gym has like the best music as far as like gym type music, and not like that pop electronic kind of funk music that they play in like commercial gyms. Normally here is stuff that I would listen to on my car ride in here. You know, Jeezy, Wayne, Drake, a little bit of Wu-Tang, a little bit of Biggie, stuff like that. You know, 90s, 2000s type stuff. That's the type of stuff that really gets me in the right mindset for the lift. Lets me know that I'm about to have a really good lift, I'm about to have an effective lift, and that I'm focused. So if I'm listening to, you know, certain music when I'm at home and, you know, I'm getting hyped, and that's really helping me set the tone for the entire lift for the next couple hours. For the car ride there is gonna be hype. Well, I got my headphones in while I'm getting dressed, getting ready in the locker room is gonna be hype. I make sure I keep that energy level high, whether it's, you know, externally, showing, you know, when I'm walking in the gym and you can see it, or whether it's just all internal and I'm just super hype on the inside. So make sure you're doing whatever you need to do, whether it's a pre-workout meal, whether it's getting a good night's sleep, whether it's music like me. Make sure you're doing whatever you need to do to make sure that your mind is right and that you got the proper mindset to have a good lift. All right, I think I got to tear it down. I'm gonna go to one plate, go to 35 plate. Go 35-pound plates on each side now. So pretty much just did a quarter, a plate and a 10, and then a plate again. Then we're gonna do a 35, then we're gonna do a 25. So these sets, I'm trying to get as many reps as I can, just because on the way up, you know, I was only hitting like 3 or 5 reps, which, you know, it's all right, but what I wanna do is get some good sets with heavier weight between that, you know, 3 to 5, 4 to 6 rep range. And then I wanna get some higher volume with stuff around, you know, 8 to 10, 10 to 12. Try and confuse the muscle a little bit, you know, going from the heavier weight down to volume. You're already kind of shocked, a little bit fatigued, and then trying to rep out those extra reps at the end can definitely exhaust a muscle group. Kind of drop set light. Let's see how many we can get back to back. Lightweight. Military press with the barbell, you're pressing using both hands, both sides of your body, both shoulders at the same time. So the dumbbells are gonna give me a chance to come over here and isolate each shoulder muscle on its own. So that's why the dumbbells are a little bit different than the bar. So I'm not gonna just do a straight up military press over here. I'm gonna go into an Arnold press, which is one of my favorite variations of the military press. That way when I'm coming here, I'm getting a little bit of tension on the front delt and then coming back out and pressing using multiple heads of the shoulders. And then we're gonna finish off with some rear delt. We might throw in a little bit of a finisher to hit the sides and fronts a little bit more, but we're just gonna focus on the Arnold press right here. You don't really need a lot of weight to do these. You know, when you're pulling it in front of your body, it's kind of pointless to, you know, be trying to do hundreds or 90s like that. You don't really need a lot of weight. If we were just doing a traditional military press, might go up a little bit more to that 70 to 90 pound region, but I'm probably gonna stay somewhere around the 50 to 60 pounds, especially since we just did a military press with a barbell. Guess it's a little bit more cooked than I thought. Let's get a better set. A little bit more rest in between. General rule of thumb, whenever you lift and whether it's shoulders, especially legs, chest, arms, back, whatever, never leave the gym the same way that you came in. By the time you leave here, you should feel completely dead. Whatever you worked on, whether that's your legs, your chest, it should be completely shot. You should literally feel like, I'm not gonna be able to go out here and help somebody move or, carry a bunch of groceries from the car upstairs to my house. You should be completely dead. Whatever muscle group you work, you should feel like you can't even lift anything else using that muscle group. It should be fully exhausted. Don't leave here the same way that you came in. That's one rule of thumb I always have, and make sure I'm always pushing myself and I'm getting the most out of each lift, no matter what body part I'm hitting. So, like right now, I feel like I might have a little bit, well, I thought I had a little bit more than I did, which is why I went up to the 60s to try and hit a couple sets. But I proved that I didn't have as much left as I thought. So you should always try and go up in weight, 5-10 pounds, see how much you got left in the tank. Make sure you're mixing up, getting a good combination of heavier weight, a lot of volume, mix those two sets. It's always good to try and shock the muscle group to help it grow. I'm gonna finish off with just a bunch of reps. Regular military press. No Arnold, no twist in between. Just to finish it off, try and burn out everything before we go to the rear delts to finish off the workout. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do, we're gonna touch up on the rear delts. We're gonna do the reverse cable fly, which is hands down, probably my favorite rear delt exercise. So in between that, I'm gonna do a couple sets of side raises with the dumbbells, a couple sets of front raises, just because I feel like typically on one of my normal shoulder days, which is a little bit different than what I've went through today. I do the side raise with the cable. I do the front raise with the cable isolated, as well as that machine if I get the chance to, the side raise machine. But today, the emphasis was a little bit more on the pressing motions. I don't want to lose sight of isolating each shoulder muscle as far as the front delt, the mid delt, and the rear delt goes. And obviously doing one arm at a time, either with dumbbells or one arm at a time with the cables, is going to help you isolate each shoulder muscle. Definitely feeling this workout differently than I was my normal shoulder day. But that's because I've done things that I haven't done in a long time. Like, you know, the in-between rope, front raise, the barbell military press, which I think I haven't done all year. You know, and then doing the Arnold press, which I actually haven't done for probably, you know, the whole year. So a lot of these different exercises I haven't touched. I've been kind of keeping to the same shoulder routine. So this is a good way to come in and switch it up. My shoulders were actually a little bit more dead when I was doing that side raise set. So I think it was pretty effective. Because normally I can get a lot more reps with a lot more weight. Right now I'm messing with the 10s. Normally I can go, you know, 15s, sometimes even 20s, but you know, now at the end of the workout, I'm pretty dead. So that's a good way to tell whether you've had a good workout or not. You know, you're trying to do a couple extra sets and your body's like, there's no way you're doing more. That's a good way to tell if you've really shocked a muscle group. That's it for shoulder day. Shoulders are absolutely cooked. So let's go home, see what we got for dinner. All right, to close out the night, we got some steak here, and then we got some salad. I'm not gonna do any carbs tonight because it's kind of late, and I definitely had my fair share of carbs throughout the day. Like I said, you know, as I'm going up a little bit higher in weight, I'm trying to make sure everything is coming on more as muscle and not fat. So I'm gonna try and limit my carbs a little bit, higher that protein intake, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and I might have even another piece or two to close out the night. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe and like button. See you next time.